Welcome to another episode of the CFG Gamecast, a weekly podcast created by gamers and streamers that like to discuss the latest gaming topics from the previous week. We stream a new episode every week and release it on all podcast services, so do us a favor and show us some love by liking, following, subscribing, or commenting on our Twitch page, twitch.tv/CFGgames, or on YouTube at the CFG, or go to our main website, freaksandgeeks.com, to not miss an episode. I am Mr. CFG Games himself, David Screen. With me today, I got my two awesome co-hosts. I got Pop in the second seat. What's going on, Pop? How are you doing?
I am doing good. I've been practicing for my Back to Black run, which is now scheduled for Saturday, February 7th at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll actually be doing this at in the studio for GDQ since I'm the incoming co-lead for Black and the Flash, one of the GDQ teams for Black speedrunners. Well, it's the only GDQ team for Black speedrunners, but it's one of the many teams that they have that the different people groups. I'm super excited to run Warriors Abyss. Yeah. My bid war incentive got accepted, so you can throw money for the charity to have me play as either Rachel, Lubu, Guan Yu, or Yumiya from the Atelier series. Outside of that, I mean, I don't want to. I've been playing Dynasty Warriors Origins, but you'll find out once I get to my topic. But
it's been a pretty
chill weekend.
How much money would we have to donate for you to choose the worst character inside Warriors Abyss?
I don't know. Well, the thing is, I don't know who the worst character is.
Oh, Smitty has an
because
opinion.
Do I?
Oh, you look like you did.
I don't know. You look like you had a thought.
Oh no, I still haven't even gone through all of the characters. That's how many characters there are, dude.
Oh yeah, there are a lot.
I haven't tried the new ones that have like a proper tier list.
I've got to ask you though, Pop. Have you gone through with everybody?
Not the most so there were some DLC characters that came out in December. I haven't played as them yet. I've only used them as summons, but outside of that, I've played as everybody.
Can I ask what your fastest run through is?
Right now. So when I submitted the run, it was at 18 minutes, but that was only because I forgot about the quick summons. And in my current practice sessions, I PB'd my original PB of like 15 minutes, and now I'm like at 12, somewhere between 11 to 12 minutes. In-game time is around, 9 to 10 minutes.
I don't know. My fastest time is 45 minutes.
Is that in the first traversal? Because in traversal 5, it only takes me like 20 to 30 minutes max.
You're not that bad off though, Smitty, to be fair.
Well, here's the thing. That's why it's taken me so long. Because my average time is probably like an hour a character. So like it's taken me an hour, which, you know what I mean? Like that's a lot of time just to get through the game once.
yeah, but when you look at it, when you look at that Pop, like she's looking at the most optimized, so she's probably using specific people. And then two, you're also looking at like you're skipping a lot. I'm assuming you're skipping certain things like leveling up. Do you level your characters up?
Yeah, but it's not even using specific people. It's you just have to recognize what emblems your character have. So like Rachel, her emblems are Flower of War, Independent, Might, and Brave General. And rule of thumb is if your character has Brave General, you're going to want other characters with the Brave General emblem, because for some reason there's just something native in the game where all the Brave Generals, as they like form a formation together, just dog walks every single boss. But Rachel has a special perk where for every Might emblem she has, she gets a 10% damage increase. So if I have like 10 Might characters or 10 Might emblems in my run,
things.
Yeah, I'm shredding through things in the higher traversals. For traversal 1, I typically I use quick summons to get through everything, and then peach trees, and then the well, I like to call it the pot of greed. It's not really a pot of greed, but but sometimes the treasures can help, but sometimes they just like I have one like my best run. I had the treasure with the baskets where everything in the shop is cheaper, and every time you enter a room, you get 1,000 blood of tears. And then I had the one with all the formations unlocked, and then I had another one where my charged attack for each room that I enter, I get 10% more damage on my charged attacks. So that run cleared, but I don't get that all the time. So I have to like prepare for any and every single situation. And in most cases, like my terrible runs are only like 15, 16 minutes max.
Yeah, no, you've definitely gave me something to aspire to, because I didn't even know that was possible.
Yeah. actually have a Google Doc sheet that has like all the character. I mean, granted, I have my own speedrun notes, but I use the Google Doc sheet to kind of get a better understanding of like who had what, because don't get me wrong, I love the character tree and how you pick the different characters.
Yeah.
But when I'm looking to get specific information, I'm like, this is overwhelming. And the Google Doc really helped me out there.
That's
well, awesome. I mean, even putting into perspective that, the emblems have such a big effect on people, that's something then that I can look to start incorporating and seeing what those effects, because it's fun being able to figure out the different synergies and this and that. Like, I feel like that's part of the fun of it as well.
There's like the Atelier characters. I know I don't want to keep talking about words of this, but the Atelier characters, all of them together, they have like with Rachel, I could also do a Flower of War build where one character summons other characters that have the Flower of War emblem, and it doesn't even matter where they are in your formation. She just summons them all together, but they don't get a cooldown, only her. So you can summon them all back to back to back. And it's so much fun to do, but I rarely get that one.
That's crazy. That is really crazy. I have no idea.
Sorry, I did not mean to go down that rabbit
hole. But that's cool. But Pop, you know what?
What?
The person that is actually trying to aspire to become the #1 split gate arena player in the world.
Is it George Washington?
It was close enough. It's the 5-star general of the Biddy Smitty committee. I got Smitty in the third seat. What's going on, my dude?
You know what it is, like kind of like we just talked about. I've been here over the last few weeks, been casting some Call of Duty with the Legacy Showdown League, LSL. That's been a ton of fun, getting to meet a lot of great people, getting to kind of work my casting chops and learn and grow and whatnot. So that's been awesome. Game-wise, I haven't really been doing a lot. I started that new what was it called again? The one where you're checking people.
The
quarantine or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I started playing that a little bit. That's been fun. There's a community game night last night with the Las Vegas Inferno and GGL. So that was a ton of fun. Dude, we gave away $500 last night as well. It was awesome. So huge thanks to all those that came and played and enjoyed that stuff. We'll be doing more of those here, like on a bi-weekly basis. So overall, I've been kind of focusing on that. You can't really tell because I'm on green screen, but I actually moved my stream room from upstairs to downstairs. Lizard Elsa, she has the big girl room now. She finally got her own room. It was well overdue for her. So we moved all the big stuff. I was able to get everything set back up. And now it's really now the real fun where all the small stuff that I got out has to get organized or dumped or whatever I'm going to do. So there's still a lot of work ahead, but like at least the big pieces have been moved and we've taken a step forward.
Oh yeah, at least you got the big piece. The biggest piece is the fact that you can start streaming again. You have a stream set up, so that's good. Oh, yeah. You had like 2 computer setups in the original spot. Do you have the both of them up and running down at the basement?
So I still have, because my other one was basically my laptop. I had like a laptop setup, so I wasn't having to do all my work from where I also play games. but I use my it doesn't really matter. I left that. She asked if she could keep that desk up there, so she'll have a desk to be able to work at, do her crafts and stuff like that. So, we left that up there.
That's awesome. Wow. It's funny. Like that's, I'm going to be doing that here soon myself, and I'm just not looking forward to it. So, but then again, I am looking forward to getting my office back again. So that is going to be nice.
It feels good. No, dude, it feels great being in this new space, and you know what I mean? Like it's opened up. I don't feel disconnected from the family because I'm downstairs right by the living room and stuff like that too. So there's still some things I'm going to need to do. Obviously I'm loud, so I need like a dampening curtain or something, so I'm not bothering the whole house, and we'll get there.
Oh yeah, eventually. Definitely. That's cool.
Yeah, but what about you, man? How was the week, brother?
Oh man, it's all like right now I'm snowed in. So it is 15 degrees in Texas, which is crazy to me. And right now I've just been focusing on moving some stuff around. Like the biggest thing is like I'm making the set for the announcement that I'm going to make. I'm going to make the announcement next week. So once it's done, it should be good, ready to get it done. So, been building on that, and also building on moving around a lot of different kinds of stuff. For them, what did I play this week? No, I haven't played a lot. I've been playing Gekishin Squadra some more because I'm trying to get up.
I haven't touched it, dude.
It's hard to keep
I know.
up, man.
I know, man. And I want to do, but you're right, dude. Like having to play with randos pisses me off.
It really does. Like I refuse to stream that game because I would you will literally see you will see the bad side of me so badly because I'll be so angry most of the time. It sucks because it's like you want to play it because you're wanting to support it, but at the same time it's like you just want to wring some of these people's necks over because it's just like, why are you doing this? This doesn't make any rhyme or sense or reason. It's just like but that's how it is. But then I also decided I'm going to go back on on Expedition 33. I want 100% that. So I'm in the process of starting my 100% playthrough of that game, get platinum trophy on that sucker.
I'm running through it as well.
What chapter are you on?
I am on chapter 4, I want to say.
Oh wow, okay, you're making some pretty good progress.
Yeah, I haven't played it here in about a week, but I was moving along it. Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Has it grown to you? Because I remember at the beginning you weren't feeling it.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm still kind of. I don't, and there's been such a long. It hasn't been that long. It's been like a week, but like it feels like it's been a while since I've been in that world. So it's hard for me to say if my opinion hasn't really changed because I haven't really done a lot from the last time we talked about it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. But yeah, so now I just can't wait to kind of see where you're overall when you're done with it because the game is great. You know what? I also need to get back to Metaphor because I still haven't beaten Metaphor ReFantasio.
Really?
And that, yeah. Oh wait, no, not Metaphor ReFantasio. It was God, what was it? Oh, Persona. That's what it was. Persona 3.
I was about to say because I definitely remember us talking about the ending of Metaphor. I'm like, did I just? I thought I was being gaslit.
I was just flat out lying to you this whole time. Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah.
No, I need to finish the remake of Persona 3 Reloaded. I don't know why. I'm having a hard time at that one. It's not like it's hard. It's just my interest of it isn't really all there, which makes it kind of sad, but it is what it is, I guess. They can't all be winners, I suppose. And I also need to finish up Metroid Prime 4 because like that's another one.
Oh yeah, that's right. I totally forgot that came out.
First of all, I will say this: I am very disappointed in that game. Very.
Oh no.
Yeah. I was like, especially the wait that because I remember a long time ago I was so hyped. I remember when it first was announced, 5 or 6 years ago, I was so hyped for it, and then now it's out, and then I've tried. and it doesn't even feel like Metroid. It's very, very linear. It's not even exploratory. It's like they're just long lines of hallways that guide you. It's kind of like on a rail, which makes it kind of even sadder. So yeah. So I would have just like, because I mean, I would like how Metroid Dread was, which was an amazing game. I would have thought that they would have had the same kind of ingenuity in it than what they did, and also like the motivation that they had for the original Prime series. But this one is just this is literally the worst one. So
that's terrible.
It is sad. It is terrible. I know. But
people were super hyped on that. Not only that, dude, that just feels like Skull and Bones to you, or how you sounded about Skull and Bones. I feel like.
I think Skull and Bones was worse because Skull and Bones was not, like it is not what it once was. Like what they told you what it was going to be, and then it's nowhere near what it was what it came out to be. And and at that point, I lost my interest a long time ago after like 8 years in its development. I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. So yeah, and but this one really hurts more because like I thought that they had something when they were bringing back, they were going to take care of the IP, but they did not. Metroid isn't really like a pillar, but it is very famous because
it's iconic.
It was very but it's iconic in America. It's not iconic in Japan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was really popular in America more than it was in Japan. So like it was. But it's like to say that where they were at with this one was just, they really dropped the ball on it. I'm sad to say. So there you go. There's my review of Metroid Prime 4. There you go. But anyways, I know y'all don't want to talk about my real feelings about Metroid Prime 4 because we could take all day for that one. So let's go through the normal rigmarole that we like to do each and every week. So each of us chooses a topic or discussion in the world of video games. The topic would or could be a game itself or something that happened in the gaming industry. And we do not want to talk about it amongst ourselves. We want you, the listeners and viewers on Twitch and on YouTube, to be a part of the conversation. So if there is something that you want to chime in, by all means, we'd love and encourage you to type it inside the chat. We want to talk with you about it and go from there. So, Smitty, what are you bringing to the table, my friend?
You knew we had to talk about it. Ubisoft just completely crashing out here. I feel like this was kind of inevitable. They just announced here this past week their stocks plunged by 39%. And within that, they announced that they were canceling. I think they were talking about like 6 or 7 games. They shut down 2 studios and essentially laid out, this is what they're calling again a restructure. And they essentially are saying that they are basically gonna build like a 5-house team that's going to manage their their different, like, basically, they're going to focus on their bigger IPs and stuff like that, getting away from some of the smaller stuff. But they're going to break into 5 creative houses for Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Rainbow Six will be one. The Division, Ghost Recon, and Splinter Cell for another. This one's kind of weird. A live service one that's going to service like The Crew, Riders Republic, and Skull and Bones. But unfortunately, we know for sure that we're going to lose that Prince of Persia. I believe, is it Times of Sands, or I might be wrong on that name.
Close. Sands of Time.
Sands of Time. That's what it is. Remake is one of the games that got shut down. So I don't know. Like, this feels like it was only a matter of time before they did this. I do feel that it's kind of weird too that like they kind of want to lean even heavier into the live service games. I feel like part of their issue has been the fact that they've tried to lean into the live service and they have executed. I'm not going to say, I mean, there's been some things that have been able to work and successful, like the Division. But like there's also, they've just had a lot of issues. So I wanted to see if this is something that, is a surprise to you guys. Again, Eve's and what they've got going on. It's just disappointing to see. This is again, and I feel like part of that issue was when we went into the pandemic. We saw it from a lot of companies. They overbloated themselves. But I also feel like Ubisoft has been on a weird up and down for years. And just to see this it just feels like a complete crash out of the company, to the point of, do we see them on the market at some point in time? Do they look to the PIF, say, help us, PIF, help us? What are your guys' thoughts on this?
It's kind of weird to me. Every time I think of Ubisoft news, especially when it comes to their back end business lines and stuff, I've always come to, it's like, I don't know why, but I feel so close to like WWE in a way with Vince McMahon. Because like when Vince McMahon was wanting to sell the company, like, do you remember the hoops and hurdles that he did just to sell it to UFC? Like, he was kicked off his board because of the allegation, because of the sexual allegations that he had with a former employee. Then he somehow found the power to come back on the board, get on the board to sell it to UFC and then what's called now, and then a secondary suit comes out of nowhere, and then he leaves. He had to leave again. For some reason, I feel that like the toxic pill, the poison pill is from what's his name, the founders of Ubisoft is where they're at with this.
Guillermo.
Guillermo, whatever. Like that dude is. Sell the freaking company or something. I don't know what it is. Like, what does he want? Like, I know it clearly shows the way that how Ubisoft has gone to this state, or where they're at right now, is he wants to stay in power. That's what this sound. I mean, if you really wanted the money, or if you wanted to bounce out of the industry, you could have, and you could, because be it as it may, Ubisoft has a ton of IPs, big IPs that they created on their own, and I don't understand how they have such a hard time. I mean, like a hard time to capitalize on all this. It's like, because it's just mismanagement with this nonsense. And then now the only reason why I could see why they're doing this structure, this 5-pillar or whatever it is, these 5 different group structure, creator group structure, is because they're getting outside help with the deal that they did with what's it called, with the Tencent. You remember like a year or 2 years ago or something, when they were trying to sell their when Tencent said that they were interested in some of their IPs, and then they wanted to do a partnership. Partnership. So that's the only reason why I can see why he would want to do it this way, because he still has a job, he still has his full on power. His son is taking care of something that I don't even know what he's taking care of and stuff. And because like, dude, like this is an extreme of what just to keep up with everything. Like, you get rid of Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. That was one of the highest selling Prince of Persia games that they that you knew that was going to be like people were going to pay back. Even the one that came out a year or 2 ago, the one that really was good, but it was like $20.
Yeah,
that one. Even they couldn't consider that to be a success, even though they sold so many of them because of how much money. Like, I mean, like, it doesn't make none of this makes any sense to me when you look at it on the outside. It just like, this just sounds like your Ubisoft is just floundering, and it just makes it even worse. That now they're saying the reason why you would move to what they're wanting to move to is because you're focusing on the 5 points of where you're getting your money, and all your creativity, all your other outside sources, and all your other things are now going to be in the back burner. It's not even going to be talked about because of this. So obviously your Assassin's Creeds and stuff. And then I'm sorry, my last point on all of this is like they struck gold with the game as a service with Rainbow Six Siege. And then and it's still generating a lot of money for them. Give it that. But like, from how other companies that are trying to push this train on saying the way to go is we need to make a game, we need to make a game as a service so we can just get money at a consistent level is mind-boggling to me why you would put more money in on this when you see the graveyard of other games that you've tried, so many of these games that you've tried in the past, and yet you still think that one game, all you need to do is strike gold for that one game to get yourself out of it, which clearly Ubisoft cannot. So I don't know, dude. I mean, Ubisoft is long gone for me, has been long gone for me for a long time. It's just the last true game that I loved from Ubisoft. I haven't played the Prince of Persia game, but if I did, I know I would have probably liked it. But the one so far was the Division 2, and it just seems like they're burning the bridges more and more every time I hear about it.
Yeah, I forgot. It was $1 billion in losses they reported.
That's
7
scary.
games delayed, including the Black Flag remake to 2027.
What?
6 games canceled.
Wow. $1
2
billion
studios. The
lost?
studios was Ubisoft Halifax, which is Canadian, and Ubisoft Stockholm.
Stockholm.
Sorry, I tried to tap into my Swedish, and I was like, wait a second, I don't even know what Swedish sound like.
There lies the conundrum in itself. Jesus.
My condolences.
Oh my God. So what do you think about this, Pop?
I don't know. It's weird because Ubisoft is one of those companies that I don't play any of their games. Like outside of when they did Rayman Legends, I haven't touched anything by them since then. It's weird because they're one of those studios where they have IPs that they can work on, and instead of tapping into those IPs, they're like hard focusing something that's not working. You know what it is? It's like, and I hate to use this analogy, but it's that time of year, back to work, whatever. It's like a teacher gives out an assignment, student does the assignment, they do it wrong. It's not completely terrible because they're obviously still making sales on some of these games. It's not completely terrible, but the teacher is just like, no, try again. And instead of making changes to get the better grade, they change a thing here or there, but they're essentially turning in the same thing over and over and over again. And then eventually Ubisoft is going to hit the end of the semester and you're going to email the teacher, why do I have an F? They're at this point now. It's just like, why do we have an F? They've had to close down all these things, shut down games. Like they're at the why are we failing? And it has not smacked them over the head yet that you just got to tap into something else.
Well,
what you're trying to do isn't working.
Well, I mean, like, I don't even know how you can fix this. Like, they have,
It'll take a miracle.
Yeah, it is literally a miracle. It's like WB Games. WB Games is on a landmine, like a gold mine of IPs. But for some reason, they just can't figure it out, Like, I mean, Ubisoft has the same level of IPs and they can do Uncaring and stuff, but what do they do? You see, what did they release? That Star Wars game that just came out last year, which was
Outlaws.
Yeah, Outlaws.
I don't know if it was terrible. I mean, hold on. I think maybe when it released, people had issues with it, but I think they've made good changes to it. I feel like terrible is harsh.
I will say that if it changes, it's changing for the better. But remember, it goes back to the fact that your first, when you come with something, it's your first impression, and it takes time. That it's not good, because your best amount of money that you're going to get is at the very beginning of all of this. Because it's going to be hard to convince anyone to come back to a game that's now almost 9 months old, and then say, "Hey, we fixed the issues that shouldn't have really have been there in the first place. Come and try it out now and see what you think." but like you see like the Prince of Persia's, the Rayman series, the freaking the Far Cry, like they already said, like and stuff. They could easily get those ones. I won't say easily because it clearly isn't for them, but they could focus and train their team their focuses on those pillars, while at the same time bringing out like these other things, but their focus is all over the place. The biggest focus is the next what's it called what was the name of that one Tom Clancy game that got canceled or that it was supposed to be a paid service, not paid service, God, what was it called? I don't know. No, it's the one that it was a game that you were playing, but it was in alpha forever, and then they anyways, I gotta look it up. Anyways, someone else say something. I don't know. Let me find it
out. I mean, a lot of times in those situations, I just feel like this is something that is a disconnect from the top down. And I don't feel like the people that are actually working on the games I don't know how much say they have in this stuff. And it feels like some of these decisions are coming from a disconnect of people. Because you're right. How do you have so many fire IPs and you just can't get it together? Or they're hit or miss. You can't get consistency. And then but on the other side of this though too, again, this is where the spotlight gets brighter and brighter for the independent space, for the AA and single A studios as well, because these people that are losing their jobs, these studios are closing. They're looking for work. They're going to be getting absorbed by, into other companies, or they look to go and build their own thing. So, from a negative, I still think a positive can come from it. It's just a shame that these companies that what we know, especially as I will just say I'm speaking for myself, older gamer, we have that growing up, that we have that nostalgic feeling of what the companies were. And those companies are not that anymore. That's just what it is. Or I shouldn't say any of them. A lot of them aren't. A lot of them have, they turned into corpos, and it became less about the game and the gamers and more about the profits and the boards.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, it's basically that's a good way of saying it. And the game was X Defiant. That's the game I was thinking of.
Oh, X Defiant. Yeah.
That game was
I did play that.
Was so booty cheeks, it was not even fun.
It was okay. It was. I actually didn't think it was that bad. Like, I played it. Like, it was like I had a good time playing it. Or even like Rainbow Extraction. That was good. It just didn't. People just didn't. It just didn't catch on. And they just I feel like they're quick to just abandon things if they don't get the stuff out the gate.
I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, what about the crew? Is the crew still happening?
That's still a thing. That is still a thing. Yeah.
Okay. So it's I don't know, man. Like I don't know what can be done at this point with Ubisoft. I think Ubisoft itself is not their name is now poisoned. Like the name itself is not taken seriously anymore to the level, because you know what sucks. What the thing that makes it really saddening was, do you remember when the Switch first came out? And Ubisoft was they were in the middle of a hostile takeover by, I want to say it was Vivendi. I can't remember, but it was a studio that was trying to get more shares in on their stocks and stuff. And then Ubisoft, at the time, the Guillermo, whatever his name is, Guillermo or whatever, I forgot his name. I can never remember.
Yves Guillemot.
Yeah, Yves Guillemot, did an all hands, saying, "Hey, try to save. We don't want to sell. We don't want to give it to these people. So we'll do this." And then they came up. They came front, because that was a time when what's it called? The Super Mario RPG that came out, the tactics game that came out from that creator did it. The new Assassin's Creed that came out was really money. The Rayman Legends, when that came out, was freaking amazing. It was just like they were just getting bangers and stuff of this. But then I think what really killed them was this paid service thing, this free to play FPS, these games that they tried to go. Because like I'm looking at the graveyard that they made, and I'm just like, what happened? Like, why did y'all change to this? Y'all like y'all's formula. Y'all didn't need to do. You didn't need to do anything.
They you know what that is? That is abandoning your identity. They abandoned their identity to try to chase that money, and it did not pay off.
Ooh, yeah, it's terrible, man. Like I'm just like, this is atrocious of what they were dealing with, and I do not like it. A horrible thing that they went through on this, but. Well, I mean, you know what? At this point, I would say that we just need to wait and see the time on when we just see a major shift change is going to happen with Ubisoft, because I don't think there's any saving on where they're going to now. This block thing, I have no idea how that's going to work, but so what is it going to? Are they going to treat each block like its own developer, but they're
essentially they're just breaking it apart into 5 divisions. Basically, and each one will have a focus on a set of their games, you know, and that's I guess it's just weird.
I don't even know.
It's weird when they do that. It reminds me of what's the ones who's that one that broke up? They acquired all kinds of IPs, and all of a sudden, like, they had to sell things off because the PIF fell through or their deal with the Saudis fell through.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? I cannot think of the name. They completely crumbled, though. They're still a thing, but like they had to sell off a bunch of studios. They had Arcane, right? I think, and like THQ, and like.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I can't think of what it was.
I'm looking it up.
They were hot for a minute, though. They were hot for a minute. What up, Trinetta? Yeah. This is what it reminds me of, though. Like a kind of a similar Embracer Group. Thank you. That would have destroyed me. Yeah. The Embracer Group. It reminds me of a similar situation where they just completely let it get out of control, and now they're in ultra damage control. And I would not be surprised if they get sold by the end of the year.
If they do, I mean, like, I think that, like I said, the thing that's saving great. Well, I don't even know, because this guy, like, Guillermo, doesn't seem like he wants to, or Guillermo or whatever, doesn't want to relieve. Like, he wants power. He still wants the power to choose in decision making and stuff. And I think that's what's really killing this all. Killing.
They have a board, though, right?
Itself. Yeah, but he's the head of it.
Oh, is he the head of the board? Oh, yeah. But I wonder how that works. I think there's already been talks, though, too, right? In terms of like them trying to, like, saying things, and like them, like, they have outwardly said they want them off the board or want them out or something like that. There's a whole situation behind that as well.
Oh, it's going to be a tough fight, and I think this fight's going to be. We're not even seeing all of it, and I just feel like it's just going to get worse. Like just later on how this is going to go, especially if the next projected games are coming out now, since Assassin's Creed Shadows is out, and then the next Assassin's Creed, whatever that's going to be, or if they were already working on it, because keep in mind, though, too, the people that were making those banger Assassin's Creeds are not there anymore either.
Right.
So we don't know what's going to happen with the next one, or how the next one's going to be, and then like what their plans were, when they were going to make the Assassin's Creed hub or whatever and stuff. I don't know what is going to happen, and it's unforeseen territory on where we're at right now with this company. So this is going to be very odd on how all this is going to go into place.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna see how that's gonna go. but anyways, Pop, what are you bringing to the table?
So this week I had the pleasure of playing the Dynasty Warriors Origins DLC Vision of 4 Heroes, courtesy of Koei Tecmo. I know CFG and I talk about this all the time, how DLCs are, and like, don't really like them, and they got to add something. And I personally do not mind that this DLC came out when it did, considering how beefy the main story is. So with this DLC in particular, you get new weapons, 4 story chapters, without spoiling anything, the new story chapters basically give you a what if scenario of the shoulda, coulda, woulda been leader. So, what would have happened if you had taken Zhang Zhao's side, or Dong's role, or Yuan Chao, or even Lu Bu? Like, what happens if the protagonist ended up, doing the historical? It's a really nice alternative perspective.
What if?
But also, yeah, it's a really nice what if, but it also gives you like more closure than an end game. Because originally in game, once you get to the end of Origins, you're kind of just replaying the same levels again on a greater difficulty. But it's because you do it on the higher difficulty because the strongest weapons are locked behind that difficulty. But you can't farm a specific weapon type. It's hectic. Some of my new favorite additions, the 2 weapons I added, the bow is probably one of my favorites because of just how it's set up. It's interesting because the bow is like an axe, so it's really funny being in the middle of a fight, and it's just like, oh, you can either shoot this enemy or cut them if they come up close to you, and watching how they react is pretty funny. The training ground is also really good. I feel like the training ground should have been in a base game, but I can understand why it got, added in as the missing piece. It's really good for testing out those stronger weapons that you get. We get new companions to play as. They didn't really get as much spotlight as I wanted them to. But nonetheless, they were still fun to use. And then the best thing was one new battle art for each weapon, but overall it was fun. The narrative was very, very well executed, and the what if situations felt natural, like they weren't trying too hard with it. Another thing I really liked was that I think it's like the DLC is like $35. I think it was like $26 if you bought it early on PlayStation, but it was $35.
$35?
Yeah. I think for the price point, you're pretty much playing through the game again, but a different iteration on it. Like, because the DLC isn't super short by any means.
Yeah, that's true.
Back up though. Like, so have you beaten it yet?
No, I gotta get through Boo stuff.
How far in, like, well, so how long have you played? Do you know that?
I've been on a couple of hours. I think the DLC probably takes about 10 hours if you're only focusing the story, but I've been doing all the other stuff, which will probably take me about 25 to 30 hours. But with the DLC, the time I've spent so far, I want to say I'm probably like, I think I'm at like the 12-hour mark. I've been trying to balance practicing for Back to Black, and then like my treat is like I get to play through the DLC now because I'm taking a break from speedrun practice. So Tuesday, once I go back to speedrunning practice, and I'll take a break next weekend, and I can play through whatever's left of the DLC if I don't finish it this weekend.
Yeah, see, like I said, well, first off, I mean, I have no skin in the game on this one because, as you know, I am not a fan of Dynasty Warriors, but I will say, however, like it's really tough. It is very tough for me to come back to a game, let alone a game. When did this come out last year? Like the beginning of January of 25,
yeah,
right?
It's a year old.
Yeah, it's a year old. So like it is very tough to kind of come back and let alone justify 35. I mean, 35 is kind of steep in my opinion. Like for a DLC. I don't know until I know how long DLC is going to be added. If it's like 20, 30 hours, if it's like a 20-hour DLC for 35, I would go with it. But if it's less than 10, that would be crazy.
No, it's definitely 20 hours. Like if you're just doing main story on like the easiest difficulty, it'll probably take you 10 hours. But if you want to really dive into everything, like all the quests and relationships and all that stuff, that's gonna take you some time, just like the main story did. It takes time. Yeah.
Yeah. I can see why. It's like, it's a lot. That's a lot of extra content that's going to be there, even though you're running through the things, but it's a whole different perspective. I will absolutely be buying this. I didn't even realize it had come out. I knew it was coming out soon. I didn't realize it was available. So I will absolutely, and I'm just gonna, I've been meaning to go back through anyway. So I was just like, but I will always support Dynasty Warriors. So take my money.
Yeah, because it fills in missing gaps. Like I will say, like Origins is a very nice soft reboot of the series. Like if anyone's not a fan, I feel like they would really enjoy it just from playing this, even without the DLC. But the DLC, I will warn you, Smitty, it's 4 extra perspectives. So for 4 alternatives. I will say that the DLC's selling point is definitely the narrative. I mean, gameplay was already there because,
right.
Honestly, it's probably my favorite gameplay out of all the Dynasty Warriors.
Really?
But,
yeah.
Oh, the gameplay in this is so clean.
It is. Like, people don't realize. I've said it. I was like, dude, if this is the Dynasty Warriors, if you've never played a Dynasty Warriors, even if you have played a Dynasty Warriors, this is the one to play because they do such a nice job of just kind of rebooting it and giving you a full. And again, the narrative in it is just mwah. So to be able to jump back into that and knowing that there's 4 whole different perspectives that we get to get through. I'm pumped. I cannot wait to get through this.
Because the game already made like Shang Zhao, they like gave him some depth in this reboot. Because originally, like I always thought, like this dude is crazy. He needs to be like put 6 feet under immediately before everybody dies. But in Origins, like before you even get to like the extra, like the alternative perspective, I'm like, man, they really get you to empathize with his perspective and what he was wanting to do instead of putting him forth as like this maniac who has just lost complete control and wanted to be power hungry. And I guess Cody took a step back. It's like, no, maybe he was thinking about things this way. And it's like that with all the other characters you come across in this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I will give it that. I will give it the fact that this is like, because I wasn't Origins. You weren't playing any of the historical characters. You played a character yourself. Like was it a created character or is it a character that you make yourself, or is it just a new protagonist that they decided to add into it that you're helping the historical characters instead? Is that
new protagonist where you're helping? Yeah.
Okay.
I love how that new protagonist fit into. Yes, they did such a great job of like mixing that character into the story that was like, so like, and they and that character has their own thing in, within it all too. They did like seriously, they did such an amazing job with Origins. I like that's the one I recommend would be Origins. Like if you this is the one. They did it so well.
Wow. So it sounds like it's your game. That was one of your Game of the Year picks, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, last year, that was one of my Game of the Year picks last year.
Yeah, so that's good. That's definitely good. At least it wasn't that upsetting. Oh wow! So the Broncos got a blocked field goal kick, so the Patriots are going.
I saw that.
Sports Gamecast.
I am the Sports Gamecast. Now we gotta go.
Sports ball, little now for your breaking sports ball news.
Sponsored by Man 2027. Yes, that's how it is. Oh, I'm sorry. I just looked it up. But but overall though, I just think that if you think like if the thing, it seems like the biggest thing, the strength of this is the point of views, like the changing of how they're looking at into these people's backstories is what's making it like very interesting, especially since how long has Dynasty Warriors been around? Like over 20 years, actually probably like 30 years.
25, almost. I think.
25.
I think they just
Yeah. So like you've been playing the same kind of story, and then seeing this is a good revamp of the of the whole deal,
good.
you know.
Because what I really like about this is you get to play with each faction. That's something that you don't really get to do in the previous ones. And not only that, this one with the DLC allows you to play on the other side of the other factions that you're always fighting against.
I need it. Yes.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah.
I need that other side. I need that other perspective.
Yeah, you get to fight Guan Yu and every like you're on the other side, so now you're the enemy.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It's really interesting.
Awesome.
That is awesome.
And I can't wait to hear the story behind it. That's that's gonna be because everybody's a hero in their own mind. So I'd like to see what their perspective was.
That's a good point. That's a very good
and
point.
that's exactly what it gives you. That's all I'm gonna say. It's really good.
Hell yeah.
I still don't like Dongzhuo though. Like Wario can just go somewhere.
That is hilarious. give him a chance. At least give him something.
I can't wait. This is gonna be dope. I'm so glad this is out. I didn't realize it came out. Yay.
And then right. And Koei Tecmo's busy it's like January their busy year because like now the next game that's coming up is Neo 3, right? Like that's the next one.
Yeah, the demo is coming out this week, and your save data will transfer over to the official release the following week because it comes out on February 6th.
I would like to play that. I really want to play. Yeah,
wait. You said your save data will be available the following week?
Yeah, because it comes out February 6th.
Yes, the demo is out now.
The demo's out this week.
Yeah.
And
when you progress in the demo,
and then when it comes out next week, it'll be available when it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will be playing the demo on both my PlayStation 5 and my PC.
I'm on the fence.
I love it when I do that.
I am on the fence of just wanting to go on the PC, but I'm just playing on the PC because the PC, like the graphics card I have on this, I just want to utilize it so badly. Mm-hmm. But Neo 3 is definitely going to be one I'm picking up, so we'll see. But anyways, I digress. Okay, so our final topic is going to be my topic, which is one of the games I have been actually anticipating on because I want to give this studio a good old college try. Because we've seen their games that they've been releasing for decades, which was Pokemon, which is Game Freak. But their upcoming game, Beast of Reincarnation, is a game that I've been looking into for a while, and they showed it, they showcased it on the Xbox showcase, partner showcase earlier this week. And from how this looks, I mean, it doesn't look like amazingly like oh my god, this is like drop dead gorgeous, but the premise of it is what's captivating me on wanting to check it out. Because first off, Game Freak, they've been making Pokemon forever. They mean, from the very beginning of it. They have made other smaller games, like some games on Steam and stuff, but this is probably, I would say, their biggest game, like a biggest level of close to a AAA game that I've seen them make in a long time, besides like Pokemon. And the problem with Pokemon is that it is just a pile of garbage when it comes to like developer, like frame drops, glitches, and stuff like that. Nowadays, ever since they went 3D, it's just been a mess. It's been a mess after a mess after a mess. So I have not been wanting to I have really wanted to see what this company can truly do when it's not tied to the Nintendo brand of Pokemon. So but basically this game it takes place in the year, I believe it was the year, it's post dystopian, so this is like in distant future Japan, Tokyo, like Japan,
2406, something like that.
Yeah, it's like
I saw.
I thought it was like year 4.
Oh no, sorry, it's like 40. It's like 4306, something like that.
Yeah. So something crazy.
4026.
Yeah. So like but they describe the game as a one person, one dog action role playing RPG, and your character, you play Emma the Sealer, is a woman that can seal blight powers that's happening. Like, so everything like that's like overgrown, like plant wise, is mostly like plant creatures and things like that. It has gone over the world, but you yourself can manipulate the plants, and you can traverse and fight the enemies that are there. And then her companion, which is a dog, I forgot the dog's name. I think it's like Koo or something like that. so you're basically working together in like in an open world like area, just trying to take care of the corrupted creatures and stuff. But the art style, very nice. Love how the look of the game looks. So far I really they didn't really show a lot of gameplay itself, but the style does remind me of kind of Ghibli like when it comes like to the locations and things like that, and even the monsters though too, like how fantasy driven it is. So I have been this has been on my radar. Is it highly anticipated? Not the highly anticipated one for me, but I would say that this is something I am definitely wanting to check out and try for myself. So but then one of the biggest things was like I think that this game should show how good how Game Freak really is when you give them a legitimate budget instead of half-assing it as of late when it comes to Pokemon stuff. So I kind of want to get y'all's opinion, like if this is something that y'all would want to check out and see if this is something that you would want to give them a chance, give it a chance to see if they're not a one-trick pony or anything like that.
I definitely want to get it only because it's in line with all the other games that I'm in, like that's 100% on my radar this year, like Neo 3 and Phantom Blade. Mm-hmm. I feel like I need a third to fill that in. Mm-hmm. I'm really curious about the release date, and not only to mention, this might be the game that I use to have my Xbox be turned on because it's sitting there.
You want the Xbox? Like it's not going to be the PC?
I thought about PC. I don't know. Depends.
I don't know. Like I mean, like I would like to do console for it. You know, come to think of it though, too, this might be the time when after the Steam machine comes out too. So it might be a different conversation though as well. You know, so. The game looks nice. I'm really looking forward to trying it out. What about you, Smitty? Is this up your alley?
It looks good. I've got questions. Is this a Souls-like, or is this more in line with like you said it's an action RPG?
Character action RPG.
Yeah, it's not Souls-like. It is not Souls-like.
Okay. I was like, because if that was the case, you kind of lost me. But I think I would try it regardless, because you're right. I want to see what Game Freak can do. I feel like they've been held back, like you said, and kind of, pigeonholed in the Pokemon stuff. That's like, let them breathe a little bit. Let them, kind of flex their creativity and let's see what they got. So I definitely want to check it out. Again, if this is on Xbox, there's a good chance it's going to be on Game Pass, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It might be.
I'll definitely check it out.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what Game Freak is
that's true. That doesn't necessarily mean that.
They might. I can't remember if it got announced as a day one thing, because they kind of like threw trailers at you during the Game Awards when it got announced. And I was still stuck on the fact that Game Freak showed up after like the first two scenes and the cut scene.
I'm curious.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm curious to see. I guess more about the story. The story seems intriguing, so I think if you got solid gameplay, but more importantly, if the narrative is on point, could this be a Game of the Year contender? I don't know. Maybe
it's very possible. There's a lot of big names that's coming out this year. Like when it comes to it, I think the thing is going to swallow everything is GTA 6 if it comes out this year. But but still, like Phantom Blade, like Phantom Blade and all that other stuff. Like it is going to be it's going to be stacked. If Phantom Blade is as good as it looks, is a real big question, But some of the surprises like this I could easily see surprises like this that may spur up out of here in during the end of year talks. So, I mean, the only thing I really need to see is really his gameplay. I don't know how the gameplay is going to be like. I mean, I have an idea of what it's going to be like. They did show a little bit of it on the showcase, especially how you can incorporate your dog companion to fight with you.
Right.
So it looked really cool. And so
is the dog level up? I need to know.
It's a good question. Actually, I don't know. That would be very interesting if it. I mean, wouldn't be surprising.
I mean, that dog has all of a sudden has like, oh, so have they always had the ability to have vines coming out of them and stuff? I'm just noticing that.
What do you mean?
I did not realize that. Like, I realized a dog has like vines on the back of it and stuff.
I don't know. Like I said, I have no idea.
I think it's something with the narrative. I don't know.
Yeah, it might be something with the narrative itself, but yeah, it's I don't know. It looks like, I mean, but it has definitely, like, it is definitely catching the interest. See, exactly what I was just saying. This gives me Princess Mononoke feels, and that's, like I said, it's Ghibli like, and I think that's exactly what they were going for. And so hopefully this game is not going to be disappointing. So I mean, I'm going to get it. I'm definitely going to get it regardless. But still, no. But no, I'm kind of glad that I'm not the odd man out. I wasn't really sure what y'all where you hang with, and I wasn't sure what you, Smitty, because I know, like, it's like with action or Souls. Well, not Souls like, but just
that just said PS5. It didn't even say anything about. But has it been confirmed for PC and Xbox?
Yeah, because it was on the Xbox showcase. The video is from PlayStation though, so that's probably why. Yeah, so now you'll be okay.
In that case,
you're not paying for the Game Pass though, are you? Are you just doing the? Are you
doing
PC? Okay, just PC.
Yeah.
So okay, that's fair. So no, it's going to be a fun game. I can't wait. End of 2026. I know there's going to be a ton of games coming out. Next month's going to be super jam packed.
Well, that's what I still need to do. I need to go through and see what I am excited or anticipating this year. There's been so much that, like, I haven't gone through and been like, oh yeah, I totally forgot about this game, or so. You know, this is definitely on that list.
Oh, big time. Yeah, big time. No doubt. Okay, so folks, thank you for listening to it with us on the CFG Gamecast. Thank you for being a part of the conversation as always. We will be back again, hopefully a lot more warmer than this week, because this is insane when it comes to the weather. But if you did miss out on this episode, that is perfectly all right. We do release it on all podcast services, so there is absolutely no reason to miss out on our sexy voices.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm too cold to do that.
Yeah, too cold. Guys, also be sure to go check us out on our social media and on our website, confreaksgeeks.com, for some awesome more content that we may have missed out on this one, but that's perfectly all right. So once again, this is Davis, Pop, and Smitty signing out. Y'all, take it easy.
Deuces.
Big Tim.
Big Tim.
The Call of Duty 7 expert.